My goodness. Well, hello, LaGrange, Georgia. Is Troup County in the house? Well, listen, thank you all so very much. Grateful to those of you who are in the cars. Grateful for those of you who are standing in the rain. Sounds like you all are ready to win an election. So, I want to thank Reverend Jackson. Where's Reverend Jackson? Thank you so much, brother. I want to thank Reverend Jackson and members of the Confidence Baptist Church for having us. I like that name, Confidence. Anybody feeling confident that we're about to win this election? All right, well, listen, I don't think you'll object to a short speech. But when I come to LaGrange, when I come to Troup County, I cannot help but think about Otis Moss. Otis Moss Sr., a black man, decided that he was going to vote in the election of 1946. And he walked 6 miles from the outer limits of this county all the way to town in order to vote. Without going through all of the details of the story, they denied him, sent him somewhere else, said it's not the right place, gave him the complete runaround. Finally, he went home, dejected and unable to exercise the right to vote. The following year, when the time came to vote, he had died. And so while it is a bit of a challenge perhaps for us to stand in the rain, but when I think about Otis Moss, it's an honor to stand in this rain. Because he endured the rain and the storm of racism and bigotry. He was not able to exercise the right to vote, but he saw you coming. And I think of that scripture, Pastor, that says, being confident of this thing, that the one who began a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. And so the work began with the Otis Mosses of the world. But not only him, Medgar Evers, who was slain in his own driveway. But not only him, Schwerner, Cheney, and Goodman, 2 Jews and an African American who died so that folks might vote. But not only them, Viola Luiso, a white woman who gave her life, and the Reverend James Reeb, another white preacher who lost his life in the dark days of the South. But not only them, Fannie Lou Hamer, who said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she stood up in 1968 fighting for the strength of our democracy. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the spirit of Fannie Lou Hamer. Because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of politicians who are so focused on their own portfolio that they are unable to think about the people. I'm sick and tired of having a senator represent me who, when she heard about the coronavirus pandemic, dumped $3 million worth of stock while playing it down for the rest of us, who profited from a pandemic. Who does that? Who profits from a pandemic? I'm sick and tired of folk who would get rid of health care for people with a pre-existing condition in the middle of a pandemic. I'm sick and tired of waiting 7, 8, 9 months for ordinary people to receive COVID relief while politicians are playing games in Washington. In the name of Otis Moss, and in the name of Fannie Lou Hamer, and in the name of Medgar Evers, and Viola Luiso, and James Reed, and Schwerner Cheney, and Goodman, and in the names of our children, I think it's time we have a United States Senator who will be thinking about ordinary people. Are you going to win this election? So here, we've got work to do. Folks didn't see you coming, Georgia. They didn't see November 3rd coming. And what they didn't know is that we've been doing this work for a long time. What happened on November 3rd, I know I'm at church, but it wasn't a miracle. It was the result of hard work. You know, sometimes we're looking up at God and God is looking down at us, saying, I've already done my part, are you going to do your part? It was the result of hard work. And so you shocked the country, and we want to say to America, if you're listening, welcome to the new Georgia, welcome to the blue Georgia. And come January 5th, we are going to seal the deal. When you send me and my brother from another mother, John Ossoff, to the United States Senate. So if you voted already, make some noise if you voted already. So if you voted already, thank you very much. But I've got some news for you. Don't be too self-congratulatory. Your job is not done. I'm in church. Tell your neighbor, leave your mask on now. Tell your neighbor, when you tell them, keep your mask on. Tell them your job is not done. All right? You got to tell everybody in your network, your family members, your friends, your co-workers, the person you bumped into at CVS, everybody, to vote. And if you vote, I promise you we will win. You don't have to wonder about whether if you vote, we will win. And when we win, our children win. When we win, people with pre-existing conditions win. When we win, workers who are seeking a livable wage win. When we win, our seniors win. When we win, women win. When we win, the planet wins because we can have environmental justice. And so thank you so much for gathering on this rainy Friday. It's raining liquid sunshine. And I see a new day coming. Now change is hard. It won't happen overnight. We have work to do. But change is coming. And I want you to know that this won't be my last stop in LaGrange. All right? I'm not here just because I'm running. I'm out here because this is what I've learned, pastor, from being a pastor. After, you know, all of the years in school, going to seminary, I'm the first college graduate in my family. And so, you know, I may have gone a little overboard, went and earned 4 degrees. You know, but even after a PhD degree, that's not what taught me how to be a pastor. It's the people. It's the people who teach you how to serve them. And so I'll be back to LaGrange so that I can be a better senator. I don't plan to spend all my time talking to politicians because I'm afraid that I might accidentally become one. And I have no intentions of becoming a politician. I want to be a public servant. So will you help me to help you? So stay in touch with us. We will stay in touch with you. Tell everybody you know to show up at the polls on January 5th. We are seeing record turnout. But I'm scared to say that too loudly because we might get too comfortable. Record turnout in the early election alone will not win us this election. The only way we win this election is if people turn out also on January 5th. So tell everybody you know, the folk you like, the folk you don't know, you don't like. Call the folk who owe you money. Block your ID and call them. They think you're calling to get your money back. Tell them I'm just calling to tell you to vote. All right? Tell your friends and your neighbors, your husband and your wife. And if you're single and somebody asks you for your phone number, tell them that I'll write my number on the back of your voter ID because I don't vote. I don't date people who don't vote. Seriously, it's urgent. The times are serious. We have seen, with the death of 300,000 American souls and counting, 340,000, that elections are a matter of life and death. Public policy is a matter of life and death. And so vote like your lives depend on it, because they actually do. I grew up in public housing, one of 12 children in my family. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had a lot of love, a lot of faith. My parents taught me the value of hard work. My daddy used to wake me up every morning at dawn. He didn't care if it was a weekday or Saturday. Even during the summer, he would wake me up every morning. He was old school. He was a World War II era veteran, born in 1917. And he'd wake me up every morning, and he had a way of saying, son, get up, get dressed, put your shoes on, get ready. And I'd say, Dad, get up and get dressed and get ready for what? It's Saturday. He said, don't worry about it. I'll figure out what I want you to do later. Just get ready for it. Whatever it is, just be ready for it. And that was annoying when I was a little boy to have my dad wake me up every morning. But I'm glad that he poured that work ethic in me, because it got me ready for the campaign trail. And it got me ready to be a pastor. And it got me ready to be a public servant. And I want you to know that I'm ready. I'm ready to be your next United States Senator. Are you ready to make it happen? So get up. Get dressed. Put your shoes on. Get ready. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends that health care is on the ballot. COVID relief is on the ballot. A livable wage is on the ballot. Our future is on the ballot. Climate change is on the ballot. This is the work we must do. Get up. Get dressed. Put your shoes on. Get ready. Let's go. Let's win. God bless you, LaGrange. Good to be with you.
Troop County, y'all come on, make some. Is that the best you can do? Make some noise for Pastor, next U.S. Senator. Come on, some noise.